Good morning, everyone. Just position you over here a little bit. Well, I am back home after a whirlwind trip. I mean, it was wonderful. We had such a good amount of time there as well to really be able to like experience and like adjust and become accustomed to the space and just explore and do lots of things. So Montreux is definitely somewhere that I would recommend going and visiting. But I am now back home. If you missed that vlog, by the way, I'll link it either in the description box or on screen. You can probably hear the sheep at the end of our garden. They're very, very noisy this morning. But I have returned home. We actually got back 2 nights ago, and I had yesterday off because we were very, very tired, just because we had so much fun. And yeah, so I needed like a day just to chill. And what I wanted to do was save the job of my greenhouse to do it with you. But I came out here and all I wanted to do was to beautify my greenhouse and get it all ready. So I kind of did most of the work. Basically, I had a big clear out, a reorganize, just a look at things. There's still work to do and I do need to have a harvest, but I did most of the work, I'm not going to lie. So I'll give you a bit of a tour and show you what it's like at the moment. But there was also a tragedy whilst I was away. One of my pots fell off of the windowsill. I don't know how it happened. It could have been maybe weight, because there was a big cucumber on one of them and I don't think it had attached itself properly. So yeah, it fell off and broke. Luckily I've got 2 reserve pots, but I don't know what I'm going to do if I break another one. So yes, I did sadly have to harvest that particular cucumber, but there's still stuff to do, so don't worry. I'm going to have a little bit of a zhuzh. All of my lettuce, well, my garden lettuce has gone to seed, but my iceberg lettuce is ready to go. So I think I'm going to have an iceberg lettuce salad today for lunch. What is new? Today is a bit of a busy day at the house. We have the guy that comes and valets all of our cars. He's doing those, so he's valeting basically all of the cars on the driveway, so that they're fresh and clean, which is lovely. It's just one of those things that we need to like tick off the list. I've also hopefully booked to have my greenhouse glass cleaned, because it's obviously situated right next to a woodland. Sometimes my greenhouse gets quite dirty and it needs a bit of a zhuzh at this time of the year, just so that there's a nice amount of sunlight getting in and the plants are getting exactly what they need. We also have a meeting today, so that's going to be about 2 or 3 o'clock, I think. Just about next steps with the house, etc, etc, because obviously we will be like aiming to finish off the house before we leave. So there's that. What else did I have to tell you? Busy bumblebees in here today. I have found the dress of dreams from Amazon. Oh my goodness, like look at how much volume there is in this skirt. And you know what the worst thing is? I can't find the link for it. I'll show you this dress properly in my dressing room, but this is the perfect garden dress. Like it really is, especially when it's sunny like it is now. This is just exceptional. So I have been living in this. It's probably a bit creased. There's probably like garden marks on it, but for me, this is exactly what I need to be wearing when I'm gardening, because I want all my arms free. I want all of the sunshine on me, and yeah. Anyway, let's tell you what I've been up to. So I had my final sort of clear out of the greenhouse at this area over here. So all of the last seedlings and things like that, I cleared. Anything that had died, because obviously it has been exceptionally hot whilst we've been away. So this area here had a good old clear out. I've also moved some lemon trees up to here. I'm going to see how they do, because I think they'll get a lot more sunlight. But in all honesty, my lemon trees at the moment are thriving. I have so much new fruit coming in. All of the pollinating has worked, and it's making me very, very happy. So that's very good. I've cleared this little space here. I've also strung up my vines more. Like, look at that one. It's now past the eaves. This is my white wine vine, and oh my goodness, I honestly can't believe it. My red wine not doing so much, and I would have thought this would have done better, which is so bizarre, but it's just not done better. I think this must be getting way more sunlight, which is bizarre because it's closer to the woodland. Who knows? We have cucumbers coming in hot. This one is probably a few days away from being ready, but this one is ready for me to eat today, I would say. I am exceptionally excited. I had one yesterday and this is just massive. Like, look at the size of it. I had one of these yesterday as a snack, and oh, that with salt and hummus is the dream. This tomato is going to be going out because there's something wrong with the drainage in this. It's just not working and it's really struggling. So I'm actually going to clear probably both of these tomato vines out because I've got my outdoor tomatoes doing really, really well at the moment. Another cucumber coming in hot here, and all is looking exceptionally well. Over here we have blossoms coming in. We have lots of the pollinated lemons that I did. More lemons there. This one is the one that has the most lemons that seem to have done really well. Like, this one is about to turn orange, yellow. We've got this one coming in. Like, I grew these guys. I literally grew these. There's some at the back that you can't even see. It is just the most exciting thing. It smells delicious in here. I also did the de-spidering myself. And when I say de-spidering, I mean I brushed the cobwebs myself, which is usually not something that I can do, but I actually like confronted my fears a little bit. I would never usually be able to do that. That is until I come across a huge spider. When I come across a huge spider, it's game over for that, I'm afraid. So, but I did it myself. There's still a few cobwebs that I can get, but it's all coming along well. It really is. So that is the update in here. The light is giving me life as usual, and everything is just looking nice and tidy, whilst also having space to kind of have fun, because I've got a friend coming over in a few weeks and I want to either do something with a table in front of the greenhouse, or I'll do it in here, who knows. The puppies are enjoying themselves out the back. Barkley is chewing on some grass. Bolly is sniffing some grass, and Porter is just exploring, usually telling people off. They love this little area out the back here. And also, we have some new plants in our woodland, which is making me very, very happy. We've got thistles coming in all around here, and we've even got some teasels. That's one teasel I've seen, but I would love for us to be able to have more of those because I use them so much in the house when it's like winter time. So out here we have some asparagus coming in again, so I think I'm actually going to harvest some of these and have them today, just because I don't know whether I should be picking them or not, so I'm just going to go for it. I've got a lot of mange tout to harvest. These little salads have obviously they've gone to seed, and they're not looking their best now, so I'm going to look and search for what salads I can plant now. We also have a lot of fruit coming in on these. Like, look at these. All of the pollinating is working, which is making me very, very happy. We've got this big boy, which has probably been left a little bit too long, but it wasn't quite there before I left, and it's gone a little bit too far since I've been away, but all will be good. So I'm going to harvest those and just have a good old harvest of everything. I'll probably get some carrots out now as well, but I think the one thing I've learned is that mange tout just keeps on growing. Like, can you see how much mange tout I have going on about now? So at the moment I need to get in there, but they are starting to go over, so I'm going to give a good harvest and get a lot of stuff up. But this is the bed that's just kind of coming along now. These are my tomato money makers. We've got some purple sprouting broccoli, and these are my salads, which I'm going to be able to enjoy today, which is very exciting. This one I think I planted a little bit too close together, but you live and you learn. First 3 asparagus. And this is my first Black Beauty courgette. We've got our first, look at that little twin. Oh, it looks like a pair of legs and a great bottom. But I've just pulled up some carrots. I might just do a couple more just for a little afternoon snack with hummus, because, you know, I am obsessed with hummus and I love anything that's like crunchy and vegetable-y with hummus, so I thought I'd enjoy some of these as well with my loot. Well, aside from the measly asparagus, I think that is not a bad loot. My goodness me. Can't believe I did this all myself. Well, today is definitely not as warm as yesterday, so I think I'm probably going to end up changing my dress actually because it's a little bit chilly, so I'm going to pop something on. But I am going to have my cucumber as a little snack, so I'm going to prepare this. It's super easy. I'm not cooking anything. This is like, I'm hungry, I want something lovely that tastes good, so I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do is chop this up, sprinkle some salt on it, get the hummus out, and enjoy. Well, what a day. It definitely was not as warm as I hoped it would be today, and I ended up having a meeting this afternoon that I told you about, more about sort of like the next phases in the house and how they're going to be put together. So very, very productive, and also we can start moving things forward, which is very, very exciting. I'm going to start getting some paint samples on walls, but I also have obviously this chug full of veg. I've already eaten the cucumber, which was delicious. Honestly, like growing your own cucumbers always gives me the best like fulfillment. But what I think I'm going to do is do an asparagus risotto in my Thermomix, but I'm going to swap the asparagus because I definitely don't have enough with these three guys. But I think Mr. Millen Gordon will have these on his eggs tomorrow morning, won't you, babe?
Pardon?
Our first asparagus.
Fantastique.
Fantastique. You'll have these on your eggs tomorrow, yeah?
Oui.
Yeah. So I've saved those for Ali, and then I've got a big old Black Beauty courgette to use. So I'm going to swap out the asparagus and I'm going to do courgette risotto and do my own little one. It requires parmigiano and white wine and risotto rice. Oh, do I have risotto rice? That is something I have to check for sure. Yes, we have risotto rice. Perfecto. Well, I'm going to check that I've got all of the ingredients first before I ping it over to my Thermomix and get cracking on dinner. And it is someone's little birthday tomorrow, so we need parmesan, 60 grams. But we always throw in a little bit more because it's parmesan. Ah, you heard the sound of cheese, did you? 250 grams of asparagus. Onions. I mean, it says shallots, but I only have onions, so onions it is. Oh mon dieu! Didn't realise that was open. Little onione. Olive oil. We always have olive oil in this house. We have a little bit of lube. Vegetable stock. This is literally like the easiest recipe. Salt, a little bit of butter, va bene. Now, obviously my wine arrived from Pascal L'Olivet, I think that's what it says, but I did not open this bottle. My stepmum and my step cousin opened this whilst I was away. I obviously don't really want to use this in my risotto because it's too good, so maybe I'll drink this and open a rubbish bottle of wine, if there is such a thing. Oh, my birthday girl! So you're wanting some tuna? We'll give you some tuna. Don't worry, be happy. Mummy, get you some food, shall she? I'll get you some food. If there's one thing that I love about my Thermomix, it's the ability to grate parmesan in literally 2 seconds. I just shoved in about 80 grams of parmesan, shoved it in there and whizzed it up on speed 10, and it comes out literally like perfect parmesan. But at the moment we have the courgettes and the onions sauteing in the Thermomix. Dinner is served. Courgette risotto.
And some
Sauvage. Sausage.
2019, that was this
Yeah.
or 2021.
Voila. Someone has decided that he's finishing the entire risotto on his own. I think he likes it.
Yeah, what are you getting, you little fatty?
He's doubled. Oh, 2 dinners. Tony, 2 dinners.
Yeah, it's only 2 dinners.
Only Tony 2 dinners.
Your ear is broken, Barkley. Need to send you back. Little lilac ears.
Where gravity goes.
Well, after dinner, we've done a little bit of... What's your tummy making that noise? You got to do it. You've got a gurgly tummy, haven't you? Little Portaline. But you've got a little snaggletooth out again. But it's time for me to take you outside for a nighttime wee-wee. I have made a real rod for my own back with these dogs because when it gets about 7 o'clock, they fall asleep. Porter always on the sofa and Barkley always under the sofa. But the thing is I have to pick them up individually and take them outside for their wee-wees before bed. They hate me for it, and I bloody hate doing it because they're actually really heavy. Considering they're miniature sausage dogs, you've got the weight of a... You've got the weight of a whale. Oh, come on, Porty. Oh my goodness me. Literally dead weight. Look at little dead weight. Oh, little Snorty. Little Snorty. Right, let's pick you outside. Now is the quest to find which sofa Barkley is asleep under. Barkley boo? Barkley? I don't think it's that one. I think I found which one he's under. Oh, Barkley. Well, it makes my job easier because getting him out from under this sofa is not easy. Come on. Out you come. This was so much easier when you were a puppy. Come on, Barkley. Put your paw down. There we go. Hello. Hello. You ready to go for a wee-wee? Come on then. And I do this every bloody night. Oh, dear. This one, on the other hand, doesn't need any help. She's an angel. A little angel. I don't think either of you have had your wee-wees. Are you waiting for a treat? Oh, dear. This is what they do. Barkley always takes himself to bed. Porty takes a little more time and he has to go to bed with his teddy. This is a teddy that his grandma got him. And this is usually the toy. Look at how he looks at it. He loves this teddy so, so much. And this is what he usually cries for if it's in the basket. So he likes to go to bed with his teddy. In your bed. There you go. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, look at the tail. And he gets his teddy. Come on then, let's tuck you in. Come on. In your bed, come on. Come on, Portaline. There we go. There we go. In your bed. No, Barkley, don't steal his teddy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, little bit tired. Little bit tired. Tuck you in. Tuck you in. We got a new bed coming tomorrow. A new bed. Good boys.
Well, I have a fresh set of sleeper pyjamas on. Honestly, there is nothing that brings me more joy than a fresh set of pyjamas every night. These are from Sleeper, a really lovely, are you having a scratch? Good girl. They just a fresh set every night, smell amazing, super comfortable. Yeah, and it's not even dark outside yet, but I'm ready for bed, and I think Lily is too. It's her birthday tomorrow. She's gonna be 8, which actually makes my heart hurt more than I could ever express, because it's so nuts to think that we've had her that long. Makes me very, like, it makes me happy, but also like, please don't get old. No, you don't want you to get old. She's currently rubbing herself on the bath tap. But my skin at the moment is, like, in terms of like blemishes, my skin's amazing. It's doing super well, but in terms of hydration, because I was obviously away on a trip, hello beautiful. Because I was obviously away on a trip, and there was a lot of socialising that was done, there was a lot of really lovely wine on offer, I definitely did not drink enough water, like point blank. And so I'm not sure if you can see here, up close and personal, but that is my skin peeling like you wouldn't believe. So I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna use one of my Elizabeth Arden Hyaluronic Ceramide capsules just to help get a little bit extra hydration. Then I'm going to use my Japan Fusion, and I'm also going to use Lano. This stuff is just a lifesaver, like it really is, for everything. So I'm going to do that to get some nutrients back in my skin. I've also failed miserably at drinking more water today, sadly. I had to buy a new bottle of these because the insulation on my other one smashed, but I had to buy 2 new ones anyway because I have a hike coming up which we're going to need a lot of water. So I topped up. Obviously you've all bought the one that's this colour, so I couldn't get it. So I've got this neon green one, which is not a vibe, but whatever, we're just going to go with it. So anyway, I'm just gonna get myself ready, makeup off. My argan oil has not arrived yet, but it's been dispatched today, so I can't oil my hair this evening. But I'm getting to the point now, just to take my hair down, I'm seriously considering like cutting a load of it off. I love my hair long, but just to really kiss goodbye to the ends, because this is all so beautiful. And like, look at the shine here compared to the ends of my hair, like they're literally matte. And so but I don't want to cut it off because I don't want to lose all of the lightness to my hair. I think I'll have to wait until I next get my hair done, but I think I'm gonna have to have like, I just don't want to because I love my hair. Hopefully this argan oil is gonna accelerate the rejuvenation of my hair. But yeah, currently have no oil for my hair, which is making me really sad. Anyway, wash face time. An oldie, state of me. An oldie but a goodie, the Amoravizza cleansing foam. If you remember from my cult beauty boxes, that was a staple. Don't know if you can see it any better now, but it is all flaking off around here. You can't see. Come on, focus. Yeah, there you go. Flaky skin. It's probably not helping that we've got like aircon on and stuff like that, because we had aircon put into our bedroom and we have it on every night at this time of year. So, ceramide capsule. DDT. I'm not going to use my Skin and Me tonight, just because I think I can just about skip an evening just to give my skin a little bit more hydration. and then get back to the usual once it's all kind of, you know, done. Let that do its thing. A little bit of Japan fusion. Beauty Pie, super healthy skin, nourishing lip balm for the win. I'm going to brush my teeth whilst that rubs in or soaks in, and then I'm going in with this bad boy. Slathering of Lano. Then a bit of this Neon Magnesium Body Butter, or as we call it in our household, bottom butter. Please comment below if you know where that came from, because honestly we've never called it like body butter since it is bottom butter. And then on my scars, I'm just going to rub in some of the SkinCeuticals Advanced Scar Control, but because my scars are here, I am unable to show you, so I'll see you in a minute. Right, all ready for bed. I reckon I could do some more hydration, to be honest with you. I definitely think I could, but funny story that I haven't yet told you. So remember I told you about the bat that was in our bedroom? We figured out how it got there. So if you don't know, we live in a conservation area, and part of the conservation of the area when they were building this house is they had to put bat boxes into the house. So we have bat boxes in the side of our house, and I can usually hear the bats from my dressing room, like inside. And I did think that it sounded a bit weird, like it did sound like they were like fully in the walls. We've figured out that they've actually got into the loft space and into our airflow system. Like in our house, we've got these like airflow vents, things that create so you don't get stagnant air anywhere in the house. And Ali was in his office last night and he heard a noise that sounded like a mouse, and he looked up and a little bat poked its head out and then swooped into his office. And I was asleep and Ali came running and he was like, Lydia, there's a bat in my office. I was like, oh gosh. Well, I wasn't like that, I was more like, shut up, I'm asleep. But yeah, so we're gonna have to get that looked into, because it's a really big problem if they actually get into the loft. So we need to make sure that all of that's okay, which is a bit annoying, but more than anything we just want them to be safe. Don't want them like electrocuting themselves on any like wires up there or anything like that. So yeah, but I'm just hoping we're not going to have another bat coming into the bedroom, because that was horrible. But anyway, I will see you guys in the morning. My first Swiss wines have arrived. I actually had a bit of a panic when I was on my way back from Switzerland, because I was going to order these from the actual vineyard, and then I realised that they only delivered in Switzerland. So I had to email them, and they were like, it's too expensive for us to ship it to you, but they pointed me in a direction where I could get it. So I ordered 3 bottles of their 2020 Grand Cru and Grand Cru. But this was so good. We had the Magnums in Switzerland, but it almost had like a buttery taste to it. It was just so fantastic. So I'm very much looking forward to having some of this in the sunshine on the terrace. Please ignore the treats on the side. It's Lumi's birthday, so she's getting lots of treats. I have a very clean car. It looks brand new because Phil has been giving it a good valet, and currently doing the Land Rover as well. Getting a little bit of TLC. Okay, I am in the car, probably looking a little bit pale because I've got no makeup on, because I'm heading for my laser appointment. It feels like I have a new car. Whenever Phil like looks after our vehicles, honestly, like so good. He just literally makes things feel like new, and even the Land Rover gets like the top-notch treatment. But Anyway, I'm heading to Derma Spa, and I'm gonna have my laser just on my face today, just a little top up. Then I've got acupuncture later on today. I've got to pack because I am heading to Windsor for the weekend, and I need to stop off and buy a little few bits and bobs as well. I need to get a new backpack, and that is about it. So it is a gloriously sunny day today, and we started it with the most wonderful walk in the countryside where we live. It's Lumi's birthday today, so I'm hoping I can pick up something special for her. She had 3 packets of cat food, breakfast in bed this morning, so she's been spoilt rotten, and I think I'm gonna pick her up some really bougie cans of tuna or something like that. So yes, let's pick up something for her birthday for sure. Right, we are back in the car, although I did not do my makeup at my Derma Spa appointment. I have come home. I picked up my backpack for my hike tomorrow. I'm looking a bit bleary-eyed today, and I'm not sure why. I think, do you know what I find? Sometimes when I don't do my makeup, and then I do it later on in the day, I just don't look as like awake. But anyway, I'm on my way to my, merci mon ami. I am on my way to my acupuncture appointment, and I have a little punnet of mange to give her, and I'm so looking forward to this. It's actually really funny when I think about my acupuncture appointments, because that was the first moment that I realized that every little like thing that you do helps immensely with taking care of yourself. And when I first had my appointment, bless her, I just don't think she even knew what to do with me. I was such a wreck, like such a wreck. It's amazing what like removing your purpose can do to you, and that's what happened to me. I lost my purpose during COVID, and this is something that I've spoken about, I think, with friends quite like a lot, but I don't know if I've ever spoken about it on here. I know that we speak like we're friends all the time, but I don't know if I've ever spoken about this, but I lost my purpose. My purpose was my whole life revolved around my career and work and all of that kind of thing, and that was literally what defined me as a person. It gave me validation, like everything online validated me. I know I've spoken about it before in the sense that like the brands that I worked with validated me, the trips that I went on validated me, and what really matters is what validates you in your heart, and like in your general life. And COVID for me was where I learned that, but boy was it hard to learn, and it came at a huge kind of like shock to my system. But it was meeting my acupuncturist that I was like, right, I need more of this in my life. Like, she was just the calmest. Like, every time I see her, she's so nice, she makes me want to cry. Like, I can't believe people like her exist in this world. And she's so kind, so calm, and she was the first person that I think, I'm just gonna get across this junction because boy is it dangerous. Ooh, we've got a free run, woo! But yes, she was the first person outside of like my immediate family that I truly felt like, I don't know how to explain it, but like I truly felt like she saw me and like saw me for the person that I was. And I just realized that I needed more of that. And that was then like my movement through into like self-help, self-development, mindset, all of that kind of stuff. But anyway, that was like my first kind of movement into like self-development and working on my mindset and things like that. And obviously from there, come on little pidge, get out of the way. And I've kept a lot of these things up, and acupuncture is one that I try and do as regularly as humanly possible, and I always just feel amazing afterwards. But obviously, why are there so many pigeons? But oh, that's what I was saying. So I received this letter in my PO box today, and I opened it, and I'm obviously not going to say who it was from, because it's a private letter kind of thing. And she was basically saying to me, thank you. That's basically what she was saying. She wanted to message me to say thank you. And the reason why she wanted to thank me was because she had witnessed my journey from during COVID and how my mental health was affected and how like I was not okay, to where I am now, where I truly believe that my mental health is as important as my physical health, but also on par with it for the first time ever in my life. Like, I genuinely feel like I've got this nailed. And even though just because you have it nailed doesn't mean that you're perfect, I've like got this on point. I pay attention to the drains and like fillers up in my life, very much so. And I don't ever stop learning. Someone messaged me the other day being like, do I think that Jacqueline's life coaching is worth it after reading her book? I just don't think you can ever stop learning. Like, I learned something new recently about how I was thinking. Like, I was thinking something, and I know this, but sometimes you need the penny to drop with something, but I was thinking something really like that really held me back. Like, I believed something about my life, my career, and it's only since the penny dropped that I'm like, holy crap. It's actually one of my friends. My friend said something to me. I haven't even told her yet, but she said something to me at a dinner party. And I was literally like, oh my goodness, that is, and I don't even think she knows it was so profound, but on me. And this is what I'm getting at with all of this, okay? Is this letter said that they were thanking me for sharing my journey and sharing everything and basically sharing my experiences of turning my entire life around. And if I hadn't done that, I would not have helped this person. And I constantly over the years have had so many messages from people that are like, you don't do any good in the world, you don't do this, you don't do that. And I'm like, and I always felt, I believed them. Obviously back when I was like validated by what people would say in that capacity, I always believed them. And now I am so comfortable with the good that I put out into the world. And like, not everything I do may be good. You might see, and it's all perspective, isn't it? It's all like what you perceive to be good. But at the very least, sharing my journey and sharing the ability and the capability of us to take control of my own mind, in turn, I believe I have probably shown a lot of other people what is possible. Like, you can go from the most horrendous place in your mind to the most spectacular place, and the only thing that stops you, obviously if it's not like a chemical imbalance or anything like that, like there is a real chance that you can turn everything around. And so I've really started to feel proud of what I'm able to do with my platform. Like, I might not be able to cure world hunger with it, but I'm also okay with the stuff that I do that really changes people's lives. And this stuff is life-changing. What I went through is life-changing, and I think that that's really tangible on my channel. Like, you can see the difference in me. I feel the difference, and it really is an energy that you radiate. Like, it's not something that you can fake. You can't pretend to be like a good energy. It's something that you live, and it happens, and you just become it through doing work and wanting to explore the capabilities of your mind. And so I guess it's just, what I'm saying is that like every day you could be doing something that you don't even realize is changing someone's life. And there is so much pressure on, like, I would say, like, on this generation to like save the world all the time. And I've felt that pressure, and whilst, you know, little bits that I do will be able to help the world, it may not be me individually that saves it, but I'm also doing so much good and sharing so much good and so much positivity on this channel. So the next time that you walk and like you see someone, like I even just this person who sent me this letter today has lifted my spirits in a way that is unbelievable. And it really is like such an important choice to make every day, whether you are going to be a drain or whether you are going to be a waterfall. A waterfall fills people up. A drain will drain people, and they won't necessarily want to be around you. I try to remind myself to be a waterfall most days. It's not humanly possible to always be like that. Sometimes I am drained myself and I'm not able to give anything from that, but it truly is wonderful. It truly is wonderful to be able to share this with you and also to hear your stories. If I had seen someone that I admired going through the same things that I went through, experiencing the same issues and limiting beliefs and detrimental thoughts in that capacity, and then turning it around, it would have inspired me. Luckily, I was able to go away, test the theory in real time. Like, I hadn't seen anyone do this. I mean, I'm sure obviously there will be people that have, but I hadn't seen it before my eyes. So I was like going in blind, trying this out and seeing if life coaching and all of these things like acupuncture really could change your life. And I'm so glad I documented it, because at the time you're asking yourself, like, is this right? Is this the kind of content that I want to put out on my channel? Am I doing myself a disservice? You just don't know. Will brands think that this is bad? Like, you just don't know. I now know that what I've done in sharing this has inspired so many of you as well to understand your mind better, understand your thinking better, and literally change your life. And that is literally the coolest thing. So yeah. Anyway, there's been lots of thoughts running around my head today, and I'm sorry that I'm talking to you from the car today, but it is honestly such a busy day in terms of like just self-care things. And so I'm here, there and everywhere, and I've still got to pack because tomorrow I have a hike. I'm doing the mighty hike for Macmillan Cancer Research with Carrie. This was something that we signed up for a long time ago, and the day has finally come around, so that's why I've got my backpack. And it leads quite nicely into the fact that one of the things I've never really felt very comfortable on my channel talking about is charity. I know that I've spoken about this before. It's something that I've always found truly, truly bizarre. And now I'm able to sit in comfort with the fact that it's something like going on my channel and being like, oh my goodness, I gave all of this money to charity. Don't you think I'm an amazing person? It has never been something that I feel very comfortable with. I have always been really happy to do things more behind the scenes. Don't get me wrong, I've tried it. I've tried doing the sort of PR friendly style of donating, and it's always felt very just far removed from the point of it. I don't know, the point of it is that kind of thing. So, but when you've got a friend as nuts as my friend, sometimes they'll sign you up for things. And because I vlog my life, I'm obviously going to be vlogging this, just like I did when I did the sleep out. When I'm actually doing something, it's very difficult for me to not do it on my channel. But I'm just sharing this like I would if I was going shopping or going out with my friends. I'm not sharing this because I want you to think that I'm a good person for doing it. I'm really happy with knowing that I'm a good person, and I don't need anybody to think that I'm good because I've done this. So yeah, it's always been, and I spoke to the girls in the office about this before. I've often had these feelings and these bizarre sort of, I don't know, am I doing the wrong thing? But as long as it feels authentic to you, it can't be the wrong thing. And so whilst when I donate money or anything like that, you know, I know a lot of people will say that you would inspire others to do things like that. Perhaps that's not what I was put on this earth to inspire people to do. Perhaps I was put on this earth to inspire people to be so comfortable in themselves that they too don't feel like they need to make grand donations in front of people, and actually they'll just do it and be really happy with that, and they don't need to feel like they need to inspire people with it. And so yeah, maybe that's why I was put on this earth, who knows. But anyway, I am almost at my acupuncturist now, and I have spoken to you for 16 whole minutes, and it's been bloody lovely. But I have a little bit of me time coming up, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So I will see you in a bit, and then we've got to go home and pack, which, ooh. I am getting packed up. It's so funny, whenever I close that door, it just gets so echoey in here. But anyway, I'm getting packed up now for my trip in the morning. I've got to be up early. I look like a pea. I am so zen after my reflexology, acupuncture. Literally, I was like, just out for the count, literally out for the count. This was the backpack that I picked up for tomorrow's hike. It's a lot bigger than my other one. I'm hoping that Miss Grayson isn't going to get used to me having a big backpack, but I'm going to put some water in here, some snacks and things like that, so I should be set to go. But some things have arrived and I am so happy. I mean, I could be happier, but we go with what we have. So the Valentino Rock Sub pointed flats that I intended to keep, I tried them on, and the reason why the 6 and the 6.5 were sold out is because they come up very, very small. So I had to send them back. They're out of stock in any of those sizes. So I went in search, and I don't even know how I stumbled across these, but these are my first ever Ralph Lauren shoe purchase, and I believe this is my first ever Ralph Lauren purple label, I think. But these are the Kendria Ballet flats, and it's safe to say that these are even sexier than my Manolo Blahniks. The only thing that's going to make me sad is they have a rubber sole, so none of the sexy noise. I might get it changed to a wooden one, but I don't even know if you can see as well in this light. If I pop you here. No, not there either. There we go. That's the spot. We're going to put you there so you can see them better. So these are definitely a deeper, richer tan than, as you can see there, it is richer. So it's more like my Verenia Birkin 30. Exhibit A perfect match for those, but because there'll be so much distance, I don't think it'll be too bad. Now, the important thing with pointed flats, which I feel like people overlook, is you really want a low scoop. You want a little bit of toe cleavage on show. Anyone that's got a foot fetish is going to be going, thank you, Lydia. But in truth, for them to look really elongating and to have more of that sort of, what's the word, like delicate shoe vibes, you need a little bit of a low scoop. That's why I'm very, very particular about them. Now these have a much pointier tip than my Manolos, and if you just want to see like the state of my Manolos, like look, these have been lovingly worn. I think I need to find one of those places that restores shoes, because literally these are, they look a little bit scraggly. So we're gonna go with these, and they are absolutely beautiful. They also come in like black and also a nude color, but all I wanted was this simple, plain, no bows, nothing like that, simple pump, and they fit, which is the dream. Pardon my toiletry situation, but I am packing for my trip, but I had to show you those before I packed them away. So over the moon. But I would have bought 2 pairs, knowing what happened with my Manolos. However, there was only 1 pair left in my size. There will be other sizes, but just in my size. Next up, now I'm not confident that this is going to fit, but I'm sure we'll find out. This is the new collaboration that Bertioli have done with Pepper. Oh, it's so cute. Pepper London. Now they only go down to a size 8, and it looks like a big size 8. Oh no! Maybe I can belt it, but it's got the most beautiful square neckline, a bit more of like an empire waistline. Beautiful, I mean, it's beautifully made, and the thing that I loved about this, why have I gone out of focus? Excuse me, you have facial recognition on. Hello, thank you. Okay, what I loved about this particular fabric, not only does it have the beauty of all of the Bertioli fabrics, like, let's get you up close and personal, but can you see the little bumblebees? Tiny little bumblebees. Now, they do this in like a mummy and mini thing, which is a huge thing in the US. And I think it's probably coming over here because I'm seeing more and more of it, but I don't have a mini. But I am a mummy to fur babies, so that was why I ordered it. Beautiful length, but it looks like it's going to be too big, in all honesty, which is something that I find a lot with the Bertioli dresses. I wish they would do a smaller size. Sad times, but we'll try it on, we'll find out. But it is beautifully made and it has pockets. Always got to pop that in there, it has pockets. And then the final thing that has arrived is something that I purchased, which I couldn't say no to. I think it'll look lovely with my new flats. It is a skirt with the world's biggest waistband I had ever seen. And it's green. Like, that tone is like the richest green. Now, who's this by? I don't even know. Oh, Co. It's a brand called Co. And I just love this. I think of this as like shirts and stuff like that. It's really nice quality as well. You'd definitely be able to wear this in autumn, winter. Look at the richness. Oh, loved it. So I thought I'd get those things opened with you. I'm over the moon to have found some new pointed flats because I pretty much live in pointed flats. If you remember these from many, many moons ago, I would love to find some tan pointed flat slingbacks. These are my Prada ones. I think I wore these to death about 4 or 5 years ago and I've not got rid of them. Patent nude flats, pointed, always pointed. This is what I've realised, they just have to be pointed. I've also got my little Dior ones, which again have been worn lovingly, but I'm just obviously not so into Dior bits and pieces at the moment. That can change. If they were to release a beautiful, beautiful collection, that would change. At the moment, I'm just not feeling the classic vibes of Dior, which I love. That sound. It's everything I love about the brand. I love how much history there is with the brand. I just feel like they're kind of, I don't know. I feel like that a lot with a lot of fashion brands at the moment. When I look at brands like Burberry and things like that, I feel like they're, maybe this is just me, but I've got like I'm going through a bit of a moment with a lot of fashion brands and I feel like I'm going for different ones because so many chase this like young, trendy aesthetic. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. It's probably that, but I know I've gone through those motions of wanting bigger logos and things like that, but now very much I'm just, yeah, just preferring things that are really well made, simple, that kind of thing, but beautiful, if that makes sense. Yeah, as I was saying, it's how I feel about like brands like Burberry. Like Burberry is just so synonymous with like British style. And when I see the TB monogram that they've come up with, honestly, it's like a headache. It's genuinely like a headache for me. It's why I'm going for brands like Loro Piana, Hermes, those kind of like luxury pieces. At the moment though, I am really loving Carolina Herrera. Like, so it's their sister brand, CH by Carolina Herrera, which is the one that I got the bag from, because actual Carolina Herrera doesn't do bags. And I went on there and their taffeta gowns, they're like the shirt dress of glamorous dreams. Like, imagine those with like beautiful big earrings and just so many beautiful silhouettes. And I believe they had some really beautiful slingbacks on there, but they were more of a brown than a tan, like slingback pointed flats. But anyway, I'm just having one of those moments where I'm brain dumping with you. But those are the things that I bought, and I bought the only one that was sent to me was, oh no, none of it was sent to me. I bought them all. I'm thinking that some of it was sent to me. None of it was sent to me. I bought all of those bits. I bought the Bertioli dress, I bought the skirt, and I bought the shoes. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up packing because I need to get an early night. I am up early tomorrow, ready for the hike.